So the Cowboys promoted within for the offensive coordinator job after letting Kellen Moore go. They hired Brian Schottenheimer, who was just a coaching analyst on the team. Now, I do think that he deserves this position. I'll go over why. But he's the son of late great Marty Schottenheimer. We know about Schottenheimer coaching the great Cleveland teams. He had I think 4 or 5 winning seasons with them. He coached San Diego, now Los Angeles Chargers, and he won exclusively with them. I'm sorry, he won with them as well too. Then he coached Kansas City as well too, which he kind of got most of his fame. He was one of the Marty Schottenheimer was one of the best coaches that ever coached in this game. He passed away last year, I guess 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. But I mean, Marty Schottenheimer's coaching tree is just phenomenal. If you look at Marty Schottenheimer's coaching tree, Lindy Afonte, Bill Cowher, Tony Dungy, Gunther Cunningham, Herm Edwards, Mike McCarthy, Cam Cameron, Tony Sperano, Hugh Jackson, Bruce Arians, Rob Chazinski, and Mark Chessman. Right. From that, you got Dick Duran, Dan Capers, John Gowley, Jim Haslett, Dick LeBeau, Marvin Lewis, Mike Malarkey, Kim Winstead, Lovie Smith, Rob Minardi, Mike Tomlin, Jim Caldwell, Leslie Frazier, Doug Marrone, Joe Philbin, Ben McAdoo, Todd Bowles, and Freddie Kitchen. So when you think about people that have coached under Marty Schottenheimer or that have came from his coaching tree, it's just phenomenal. I mean, Super Bowl coaches McCarthy, Dungy, Cowher, and Bruce and Arians. These are coaches that have coached directly under him, and it just kind of shows you the mindset of Marty Schottenheimer and how successful he was throughout his career. He never won a Super Bowl, all right, but he had guys under him who did win a Super Bowl. But Brian Schottenheimer, he went through the ranks. After backup, he was a backup for Danny Werfel for 2 seasons in college. Then he was at St. Louis as an assistant, Kansas City. This is back in '97, so he actually started his coaching career back in '97. He had a couple of old coordinator jobs with St. Louis and the Jets back in the I say mid 2000 from 2006 2014, and then was an old coordinator in Seattle from 2018 and 2020. So he has some experience. He was passing game coordinator with Jaguars. What to expect from him? I think there's a lot. There's a couple things that kind of stick out to me in 2018, 2019 Seahawks team. They're very successful when they're successful passing the ball. They had an offense that worked well with Russell Westbrook. Then he went to Jacksonville, and that was 2 years ago. That was trash. That wasn't good. That year they had the first round pick, but old coordinator in St. Louis Rams, Los Angeles Rams, 2012, 2014. Old coordinator with New York Jets, 2006, 2011. So he had some experience with some successful teams that have good offenses. What is he? Now I did want to say, where is it? What is it? So I do want to say that I don't expect him to come and reinvent the wheel. I do expect him and McCarthy to come in and plug some things for the Cowboys together, to figure out, okay, what's the best option, how to move forward with the weapons that they have. The Cowboys have some pieces. I think they need a couple more pieces. Well, I hate saying that they need more pieces. I think the Cowboys have a winning team, the team that can win, if they trade Dak Prescott. But no, I think they have a team that can win. And I joke on Dak Prescott. I do think they can win with Dak Prescott, but they have to make the game easier for him down the stretch. He's not a guy that they thought he was. Jerry Jones is not going to give up on him or Zeke. But I think there's going to be a collaboration between him and McCarthy is figuring out, hey, how can we make this offense work with who we have? And I like, as long as I don't like the Cowboys, but I do always like promoting guys within the team. So I'm bringing somebody else in, especially with the hopscotch coordinators and coaching jobs that happen in the NFL. So we'll see how Brian does. I expect a lot of collaboration between him and McCarthy, and then to kind of figure out how can we make things easier if they're going to keep Dak, which they probably are. How they're going to make things easier for Dak.